Hello everyone, I'm Ultraviolent4 and welcome to my third game of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Once again, if you're brand new to the game, please go back and find Game 1, Minotaur Berserker. That's a much more in-depth tutorial where I explain the very basic things such as movement. Okay, Game 3. We currently have a 2-game win streak, so we're going to see if we can't at least stretch it out to 3. I've just uploaded the video where I've asked for suggestions for what to play, and the very first suggestion is one that I thought, yeah, I can see that. So it is a Vine Stalker, and Vine Stalker, here we go, we've got the planes coming in already, nice and early. So I guess if this is the first time you're watching me and you're deterred by planes, you might want to turn the video off now. Yeah, so if you didn't know, I live under a flight path. But Vinestalker is but it is a species that I didn't manage to win in the last tournament. Is there a description of it? No, we can list the aptitudes. I think this gives you a little, no, it doesn't give a description of things. Okay, so a Vinestalker, we can do it in here. Here we go. Vinestalker. A parasitic vine. It says the player has an anti-magic bite. They get extra regen at level 4, extra regen 2 at level 12. You get Spirit Shield, which means you share your mana with your HP. And then this is the kicker, the minus 30% HP, and cannot restore HP with wands or potions. So that wasn't, I guess that kind of listed everything, but that wasn't a very good description. So the idea of a Vinestalker is that you're quite a fragile race with high HP. You also then have a bite, which when it hits, steals magic points from your enemies, which then makes you a bit tankier because you're splitting your mana and your health. The problem is that Vinestalker just became probably one of the worst species to streak. So this is probably going to be a struggle. And the reason for that is here. You don't get your extra regen until level 4. So the first 4 levels, you're in the early dungeon, which is the hardest part of the game. You've got 30% less HP, so you're fragile but don't yet have the extra regen that compensates for that, and you cannot use potions or wands to heal. So yeah, very bad for streaking, but I mean we're at a 2-game win streak, so I'm a little scared, but I'm not 10 games into a streak scared. So let's go. Vinestalker. And the suggested class was Transmuter. Here we go. Vinestalker Transmuter. I'm not going to specifically set out for a particular god because Vinestalker early game is so hard that any early god we find would be a massive boon. So what are we going to skill? And also look, we're starting with 9 HP. It's so sketchy. And we don't yet. We have extremely sharp teeth. That's our bite. When hurt, our damage is shared between health and magic. Our bite disrupts and absorbs the magic of your enemies. So in addition to stealing the magic, it's anti-magic. So if you can manage to start biting magic users, you hopefully stop them from casting things. Can't restore, and we're immune to rotting because we're a plant. So what are we going to skill? Fighting would be nice to try to get tankier, but I'm not sure if we can afford that. We definitely can't afford dodging, -2. Spellcasting, probably not. what we're going to do straight away is we're going to focus on unarmed combat, try to get our fighting, as in not our fighting skill, but the skill we use for fighting up, and we're going to train transmutations. This is the first time you see me using spells, so some new buttons. If you go Shift I, that shows you the spells that you know. You can then press that one to see what the spell does. So our spell, we can get some sort of auxiliary attack from horns or talons. It's not a bad spell. If you do exclamation mark here, you can get, show you your spell power, how much hunger it causes, how noisy it is. Your capital M button is your memorize button, which shows you the spells that you can learn from the books that you're carrying, which as a transmuter is the Book of Changes. If you didn't know, transmutation is the magic school where you change your body. You become various other things. So we've got basically appendage already. Most of these have all got pretty good use. So we'll see. So, yep. With Vine Stalkers, just another thing before I get going. Their anti-magic bite can trigger on every attack they make, which means, generally speaking, you'd rather have fast weapons, because the faster you hit things, the more often you can bite them. That's good for us because as a transmuter we use unarmed combat, which is a Vine Stalker's best aptitude for melee fighting, but it also becomes the fastest attacks, unarmed combat. Eventually you hit very, very fast. So that would be nice. And then one last thing before we get going, the absolute last. Your tilde button, which is Shift and the one below Escape, is your macro key. I'm going to set up a macro for that same key, but without Shift. And I'm going to do ZA, which Z is your whoa, do I have caps open? I don't know what's going on. Macro Z, no? Don't know that spell. Oh, there we go. Okay. Z is your magic key. So if I do, my one spell's on A. So if I do ZA, that's saying do my one magic thing. Anyway, so I just made a macro that means I can do this. I'm gonna wait to get our magic back. Okay. Alright. This early dungeon is going to be really scary because we're so low HP and we can't heal. We picked up some stones. F is our fire button. Let's get this bat over here. Okay. Bat was not so hard. I'm worried about any hobgoblins or goblins with weapons can almost one-shot us. I think they probably can actually. Let's see. Goblin can do 4 damage with a weapon. Yeah, can do 9. So we can potentially get one shot at this early stage. And we don't have any regen to compensate for our low HP. You'll note I'm not using my auto explore button. While I was happy to do that as a on D1 as a Minotaur Berserker, as a Vine Stalker I am not. Because I really want to find, I'll show you in a sec, I think we've done it. When you get that little app here, it means we've got our beastly appendage, which at the moment is claws for feet. Okay. Alright. Oh no, the D1 teleport trap. Alright, like this game, is this how we're gonna do it? We're gonna get teleport trapped on D1. Okay, that first dart missed, that's good. get our beastly appendage. Okay. Alright, the D1 teleport traps. Let's tell the devs how we feel. Okay, got that out of the system. We're now level 2, so it means we can learn our next spell, which is Sticks to Snakes. For the level of a spell, you have to be at least that experience level to learn it. So I couldn't learn Spider Form even though I have enough spell levels at the moment. Sticks to Snakes, what does it do? Well, yes, we want to memorize it. Yes. And it's been assigned to B. I'm going to hit equals S, and I'm going to change it to... What am I going to change it to? S, maybe? So I can hit ZS. It's a lot easier than having to press ZB every time I want to use it. And then... what does it do? So if I go Shift-I, I'm going to read it. Transforms a number of arrows in your inventory into short-lived snakes, creating more dangerous snakes with higher power. So as a transmuter, we started off with 12 arrows, which is nice, and we're going to pick up any other arrows we find, and we're going to use those to make little summons if we have to. The thing I was going to say is I was trying to find some sort of, it's often called a pillar, like this. So it's nice to have a pillar because if we have a fight that starts going bad, we can start running the monster around this pillar and try to heal with our non-bonus regen that we have. There's a dagger, which, oh god, I don't want anything to do with jackals. I'm going to place an exclusion, in fact. No, I'm not, because I'll just remember, because I'm not auto-exploring. Jackals move fast, so you can't run from them. And when you're low AC, they quite hurt. So I don't want anything to do with jackals right now. I'm scared. This combo is so... I mean, walking around as a Minotaur Berserker or a Hillock, I was not afraid at all. This combo, I'm very scared. There's a downstep. A leather armor. Let's see, we're 2 and 12. If we wear that, we are 3 and 11. And then I hit Shift-I and it will show me my spell failures. 14, 21, and it was otherwise 12, 17. I'm going to take the 1 extra AC with a little bit more chance to fail, but not a lot. Okay. And man, I don't want to jinx it. I was about to say we haven't met a weapon wielding goblin yet, but now it's going to happen. Watch. Maybe not. Lots of bats. This is good. Hobgoblin, but not a weapon wielding one. Going to cast our beastly appendage. And okay, got him. You only start off with 12 arrows, so unless the enemy is a bit more dangerous, you don't want to use your sticks to snakes just yet. Unless it's something you think that will potentially kill you, or could be more challenging. Helmet. Yay. AC, we go to 4. And I'm still just staying the hell away from the jackals, although having 4 AC is much better than 2, even if that doesn't seem like a lot. It is. We're going to pick up these poison needles, just in case we find a blowgun at some point in the future. More stones. As street players, we want to have stones. Jackals. Hopefully they don't see us. It's a fairly fairly empty D1, which I'm not complaining about. We really just want to get to XL4. Once we get our extra regen, we become much more like the Vinestalker that we were meant to be, that we were born to be. We've got 4 scrolls of this. I'm going to test it. Yeah, I was going to say it's likely, if you found 4 scrolls of something on D1, it's very likely to be ID or remove curse. So let's do some potions. Although potions aren't... Yeah, let's do potions. Potions aren't quite as important for us because we can't heal. There you go. Our heal wounds is grayed out because it does literally nothing. Otherwise, if you had your heal wounds on D1, that would be very good. Agility and cancellation. So we've got resistance and cancellation already, which are usually fairly rare potions. And then, how do I feel about these jackals? Probably okay now. Although, if I can, let's see if I can get one at a time. But, okay, we're probably getting more. Let's do... Okay, we just got one. We can fight it. It's more... The issue is when you get all 3 or 4 from a pack running at you at once. Throw a stone. Okay. Right. Now mind. Jackals. Jackals are easy. I was never afraid. I don't know. I don't know what you were thinking. Ow, that hurt. This is really hurting. What can we do? I could summon a snake. Which... Okay, and then I'm going to start 6 HP. Alright, how much damage does a leopard gecko do? It can do 5 damage. Alright, I'm going to step behind my snake. Okay, which got wrecked. Alright, so now this is looking ugly. I'm going to quaff an agility. And there's a chance that we just die here. We're on 5 HP, so we now can die. We can't run from a leopard gecko, I think, because it is faster than us. Yeah, it is fast. Okay, so we're locked here on a D1 fight to the death with 6 HP. Alright, there we go. That was exciting. And we're very hungry, so we're going to eat our meat ration. Gordon is... That was tense. Yup. Alright, so D1. Looks like we've explored most of it. I'll auto-explore now. A ball python. That's fine. And D1 done. Down to D2. On our mission to get to XL4 and start regening. We'll ID the next potion. Potion of Might. Good to have. That lets us fight something else hard. This looks like it might be... There might possibly be an altar in here. This might be... Oh god, please. Okay, the adder didn't see us. We don't want to be near that, near an adder. Even if there's an altar there. I'm gonna X out that stair too. We're still kind of near it. But okay. Let's check out stair 3. Oh boy. We don't have curing yet. We only have 14 HP. And we can't heal. Leopard Gecko 2. Okay, well this one was not difficult. Even just getting to XL3 would be good, because then we can learn Shift M, Spider Form. which we can't learn it yet, but I just wanted to look at the description. It lets you turn into a spider, which is evasive, so you're hard to hit and you can poison damage things. Not too smart against an adder though, because you gain vulnerability to poison, which means you take, if you don't have curing, you can die very quickly. There's a goblin here, so we'll beastly appendage before we go down. Okay, got him. And I'm gonna walk away from where the adder is. Level 3. As a spellcaster, you generally want to go int. And we can now learn Spider Form, which at the moment is a 63% failure. And it's on X. Cool. Our skills. This is fine for the moment. Once we get our unarmed up to maybe 5, I'll focus transmutations so I can get Spider Form going. Spider Form is very good against ogres, things like that you can poison them and then run away, and so you won't have to fight them much. We just got one more level to get to, a worm. Worms can do up to 12 damage, I think, but they're slow, so we can just walk away from it. If we had our fast regen, I'd fight it. Well, I can probably fight it now, but I'd have to bring it back to the stairs. I'll bring it back up to D1. Okay. Ooh, we can pick up a spear. It can do 12 damage, so if I get hit again, I'm gonna walk away from it. Didn't. Cool. Man. Tense. Palms are sweaty. Knees weak. Mom's spaghetti already. Oh, okay, so we walked around this corner and we found, what is really bad? We've got an adder, we've got 2 hobgoblins, we've got a ball python and a rat. The main first concern is the adder, although we've got a bat between us. Okay, that's fine. Basically, so monsters are able to push past other monsters. So the adder, because it's faster than the goblin, is likely to switch places. However, creatures that have what's called batting movement, such as a bat, can't be swapped with. So as long as I keep walking down this hallway with a bat next to me, the adder can't get to me. Problem is, once I get up here, the bat will blink away and so the adder will get me. But what I can do is, while the bat's there, I can try to make some snakes. Oh, I accidentally hit Spider Form. And I got it, even though I had a 69% chance to fail. That means if I could hit the adder once with poison, it would probably die. But we're vulnerable to poison, so that's not smart. Alright, let's try again. Can I make some snakes? I've made 1. And my idea with snakes here is I'm just trying to delay everyone. If I can get the bat into one of these hallways so I can head back up to the stairs. Okay, well, we did it. So we use the bat there basically to keep the adder away from us. And I'm gonna exclude out this stair. And when you have all three stairs excluded on the floor, that's when you know that it's rough going. Let's take a look. It's the bracket button. That's the stair we want. So we have at least 2 adders running around. If we could get to XL4, it would be much better. Okay, we've got 1 jackal. Throw a stone at this one. And we'll just take out one at a time. Fully heal up, take no risks. And by no risks, I mean we'll try to limit them. Okay, so the snake has seen us, which means this stair is no longer safe. Okay, which means we're going to this one, I believe. Yeah. Alright. They're bolts. We haven't found any more arrows, right? No, we still only got the 10. Which is why we're not... crap. It's as wandering around. Try to get away from it. Okay, there's a... It's either another one, or... it ran all the way around. I was down here. I'm gonna say that's probably the same one. Okay, what do we have? We have resistance. I can start the fight and see how it's going. I'm gonna get in the hallway. Oh, there are 2 adders. Okay, I'm gonna get one up. I'm gonna make a snake. And I failed it. 17% fail. Again. Okay, and you can see how poisoned I get, which is that one hit. I can't get poisoned again, so I'm gonna have to quaff resistance. And we're now dead, probably, because he hit us again. Alright. We're gonna need curing. That's the only way this works. That was haste. Nope. Although that lets us get away from him. Curing. Okay. Alright, well, we lived. Okay. And let's see if our adder can't deal with this kobold as well. He's throwing rocks at me. Okay. Man, early adders are so scary. I think I nearly died to one last time in our hillock. And there we go, nearly dying to another one. I know there's a second adder at this stair. So, adders everywhere. Yeah, it's a thriller, alright. We're almost half an hour in, and we're still at this very second on D1. So, streak life. Trying to streak with hard combos. The thing is as well, is that once we can get to XL4, this will be a lot easier. But while we're minus 30% HP, and we have nothing, we can't heal, we can't... we can't regen. It's really hard. Alright, so there's another adder up there somewhere. We got unarmed to 4. Okay. There's that adder. Please no. Please no. Please no. He's seen us. Okay. We want snakes. We failed again. 70% chance to fail, and we did. What do we got? We got a might. Okay, we just need to kill this adder. Can my snake do it? No, let's summon another one. Come on. Come on. Okay, we got it. Whew. Intense. These early adders. Another might though, that's good. We're getting close, we're 83% of the way to XL4. And then we won't be that afraid of adders anymore, because then it's hard to get poisoned to death when you have really fast regen. Throw a stone. Alright, level 4, we begin to heal more quickly. Alright, so now this game became a lot easier. We're still a fragile race and everything, and it's still scary, but I'm not now like, okay, so we're a really, really crappy, fragile, nothing Vine Stalker. Now we're an actual healing fast Vine Stalker. Which is much better. So just a plain dagger. Vine Stalkers, by the way, I have quite a soft spot for them. They're quite fun to play as a low turn count speedrun. Because your fast healing means that you never have to rest. They're good for winning in a low amount of turns. But we're not going to do that while we're streaking. Whole bunch of scrolls. And a Zom altar. I don't think we're going to go a Stalker Transmuter of Zom. That doesn't sound good. We still haven't found any arrows. Here's another adder. Okay. We failed so far our 12% chance for Beastly Appendage. So we've had 3 adders so far, and we've had 3 low miscasts, which is always good. Because, you know, when you really need to kill something, it's always good to get unlucky. And we got poison that time, but it was barely hurting us. 1 level of poison with our regen. Much safer. Throw some stones because we're streak players. Okay. Alright. ID scroll. Let's read our 3 because that's likely to be remove curse. It is good, so we can test this ring. A ring of wizardry. That's really nice. It puts our spider form at 22%. And ice form and blade hands. Blade hands won't be castable for a while because it's level 5. Ice form, if we want it, we're gonna have to train ice magic. So it means that our spider form's down to 22%, even though this is a transmutation and poison spell, and we've never trained any poison. Transmutation is just a 3. I'm thinking I might go at least 1 level of poison magic just to get it even lower again. So it can be. There's a Mac level altar. Ooh. Do you want Mac Lab? I think so. On D2. I think we want Mac Lab. Okay. What does Mac Lab do? Mac Lab the Destroyer is a fearsome deity of bloodshed and mortification. Blah 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 blah. Dedicated followers may also access the raw energies and hellspawn servants of chaos so that they may better break the impure world. Great. At 1 star of piety, when you kill things, you get health back, which is very strong when you're also regenning really fast. means that as long as you've got enough DPS to kill things, you'll heal like a crazy thing. And then he lets you summon demons at high piety. I think we want this on D2. It probably wouldn't be my choice if I found the temple, but to get him this early, I think we just go McLeb. Okay. And then in order to summon his demons later, you want to train invocations. But I'm not going to start training that now because we're still too weak. If this were a Minotaur fighter, say, I just put on invocations because we're strong enough. But as a fragile race, we still need every point of unarmed combat and getting our spells castable that we can. Okay, and to get piety from McLeb, it's just killing stuff. Nothing in particular, anything you kill will give you piety. Okay, and then, yeah, some more arrows. Because we have just found our god, I'm going to start reading my scrolls now. In fact, we have another ID. What's this? Potion of Flight. Quite often you would wait until D4 to read your scrolls, because if you find magic mapping, then on D4 it's the first time you can find the temple. But we're going to read them here, because we're not looking for the temple now that we just picked up a god. There you go, there's the magic mapping. So if you were still looking for a god, that is exactly why you'd want to be on D4. But we're not. We have enchant weapon, well, we're unarmed. Teleportation, back up the stairs. That's also why we're reading it on the stairs, because we didn't want to get teleported into a level that we hadn't seen anything of. And the last one, scroll of blinking. Okay, hurts to lose that. That's alright. We'll eat a royal jelly. And then, let's see. So it's been 37 minutes. We're kind of stable in the early game here, and we just found our god. So I guess I'll wrap up episode 1 there. It's been a difficult one. You're like, I just sat through a whole video to see you get to D3. Yep, streaking is hard. At least the early game of streaking is very hard, and especially if you have a weak combo like this. So we should be able to pick up the pace a bit more now, but that's D1 and 2 done at least. See you next time.